No overtired, no sleeping for Yamuna. It's being overtired. I'm going to one moment. I just need to connect this phone. And we're connected. And we're all right. So we're just going to put some... another... a month's free. Okay, what's this? What is this? What is this? Very cute. Thank you. Congratulations on getting the upgrade reward. I don't even know what that means. Doreen, Hare Krishna to you. Welcome. Very cute, to be honest. How do I get rid of this thing? I don't know how to get rid of it. Go away, go away. That dress looks good on you. Oh, God, Shah, it's just a cardigan. It's just a cardigan, and I had these white things sewn on. Shah, wow, my heart skipped a beat. Oh, the Lord lives in my heart, and He's here. What kind of talent are you bringing onto Bigo today? Well, the talent, how do I get rid of this thing? I don't want to upgrade. Go away. It's not letting me do anything. Anyway, so it's not letting me see my face anyway. So yeah, what I'm doing, Doreen, I'm going to show you God. I'm going to show you God Himself. And so I'm just going to invite some other people. And I'm looking forward to your performance. Okay. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So I'm just going to invite some devotees as well, disciples we call them, from my group. My group. That's if I'm not too excited, because when I'm excited, it all goes out the window. Okay. Are you going to let me do it? Yes, it's going to let me do it. So I'm just inviting some devotees. So Doreen is saying, I'm looking forward to your performance. I'm glad you are. It'll be starting any minute soon. We're going to be chanting. I hope you're okay with that. Doreen saying, followed you. Let's follow each other. Of course. Oh, it's gone. Of course, I'm going to follow you. And it's done. There you go. It's nice to see your face. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So I just need to do one more thing before I get with you guys. I'm going to remove this. I want to do the 1 month free, where you get... Not do that. See, the music's on. Sometimes there's that kind of stuff. It's all right. I can sing Hare Krishna to anything. So I'm a Hare Krishna devotee, a Raganuga Hare Krishna devotees. So if you know about Hare Krishna and you've seen them or you've heard them, I'm not like any of those, because I have God and I can give you God. So let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. It is late here. I don't know if you're from England, but it is very late. It's late here. There you go. Okay. So we'll just come off that. Oh, one more thing before I start my performance. And actually, it is a performance. There you go. It's all happening now. It's all dropping. It is a performance. But God, God is the director, and He's the playwright as well. So let's just do one more thing, and I can get started. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nichi. Prabhu Nichi. So this is the famous the five greats in Vedic. I'm not gonna say religion, because it's not a religion. It's absolute truth. It's truth. Religion is diluted. Religion is too diluted, and it needs not to be. We need to really know God and feel God and see God and taste God. Really taste Him. Allow God to touch us, touch our heart. Let's have a two-way relationship with Him. Right. What am I doing? Oh, yes, of course. I'm just going to share my video. I'm just doing it on. Well, I was doing it. Okay. So let me do that. Here we go. I can do it now. You'll probably hear me now, but it's okay. Well, it's very dark, actually, isn't it? Okay. I'm just going to share it. Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita. So this is Sanskrit. Sri Advaita. Gadaha. Srivas. Adigora Bhaktivinoda. And you don't need to understand it. It's fine. It's just what I do. I love to do it as well. So we're going to come off this page because we're going to get loads of noise. And I'm here now. Please don't kick me off. Please, don't kick me off. Let's just do that. Okay. That'll do. I'm not doing anymore. I'm just inviting people. That's what I'm doing. So, okay. So the chant is 3 words. That's it. It's 3 words. It's Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna and Radhe. Hare Krishna and Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. These are the Lord's names. Hello, Hare Krishna. These are the Lord's names. We are worshiping the Lord by remembering His names, His qualities, His opulences, our relationship, where He is, that He gives us everything. So you can chant with me. I'm going to start and you can see Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhara, Srivas, Adigora Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, 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 Tarun, Haribo. So I'm talking to the guys on Bigo. They're chanting with me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. So I've been given this potency by my spiritual master, Srila Gora Haridas. I will show you a picture here. There you go. Right now, he's currently residing in America, and he's got those devil ears as well. That's brilliant. I need to take a picture of that. How do I do it? No, it's too much. I can't do it. So I'm going to put it back down. He's working the Lord in my heart. And when I chant this mantra, He's so pleased with me. He's so pleased and He's so joyful and happy. I feel and I touch. I am touched by His laughter. I'm touched by His joy. I can feel His joy and laughter. And it's transcending and transforming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Taruna wanted to see my performance, so here it is. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Well, I'm going to have to take the hats off. It's getting really hot. When the Lord steps in, it's like jumping into the frying pan. It gets so hot. And if you can't take the heat, have a Kit Kat, take a break, and then come back. Know what you need to do. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Know what's good for you. Know how much you can take and how much you cannot take. And learn to take it in your own pace. Learn to get to know the Lord. Build a relationship with the Lord in your own pace. However much you can, when you can, however much you want to understand. Ask questions, inquire. It makes sense. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Darren, where you gone? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Hare. So I'm going to read this, whatever it means. Congratulations. You've been streaming for more than 10 minutes, beating 80 to 90% of the new hosts. Look forward to seeing you becoming a superstar on Bigo. We are already a superstar. Srila Gaura Haridas has made us a superstar. Thank you very much, Bigo. It's I suppose it's encouragement to go more on Bigo and play around and do all of these things without your father, without God, without your best friend, without your silent partner. You know what, Tarun? I have PAs. But who's my real PA? Who's my real PA? God. He's my real personal assistant in every way, in every form, with everything. Siri can do so much. Alexa can do so much. But like Maharaj says today, they don't have any pure devotion because they're robots. And whilst they sound pretty real, they're robots. And whilst they know quite a lot, it's all been programmed into them. They can never answer. They can never answer anything spontaneous. Yes, you see, Tarun, one's life is always a reflection of the Lord. And I have these PAs. My ultimate PA, personal assistant, is God. And that's so clear, so clear. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They write all of these things on here. I don't believe any of it, really, not really. It's not that important. I come on here to share the mercy. To share the mercy. It's overflowing. The tap keeps running. The tap of mercy keeps running. Andromeda. It's Andromeda. Loving you is Krishna. Is easy cause you're beautiful. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Cause everything that you do, Krishna. I have no words. It's so beautiful. God does the most amazing things. Bhakta. Hare Krishna to you, Bhakta. Bhakta. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. No. I'm going to invite you in, but you're not allowed. Well, maybe they can. Let's see. Oh, they've gone. I wasn't quick enough. If you don't answer them, they're not hanging around. They're not hanging around. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, danger shadow. Yes, absolutely. I'm dangerous for your false ego. I will smash that false ego. I will club it. Well, club it. I was going to say club it to death. Um, but just so it stops its ridiculous noise and stops enticing you guys, us guys, into this material, into the dungeons of this material world. Because that's why it needs clubbing. That's why the bona fide spiritual master, the spiritual guide, needs to shout, let it all out, because these are the things that we need to hear about. Keep talking to me. Shilagora Haridas, keep talking to me. I'm trying to say, I have inspired so many of those reels, all with Krishna's love. Oh my God. They're full of Krishna's love. Oh my God. And when I listen to them, I can listen to them again and again and again and again. So inspired with pure love of God. And you can feel it. You can feel it. It's beautiful. I love it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. So again, it's 3 words. It's Hare Krishna, Radha Krishna. And they go in this order. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Krishna, Krishna. Here on the phone. What do you mean you're on the phone? You're watching on the phone. Watching on the phone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare. I think I've got to go to bed earlier. I've gone past sleeping. It's my own fault. Yamuna's false ego keeping her awake, enticing her. Well, actually, I was researching on healthy eating. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. But really kind of advanced healthy eating. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. I was getting all excited. Because Krishna is really inspiring me with so much energy, room to focus on the Lord and only focus upon the Lord and not with other things like one was doing before. It's just he's been helping me healing the body, because that's what it's been about, so the body it's secondary, but it houses the soul. We have to keep it functioning as much as we can, as best as we can, so it doesn't take our attention. Mind, is always, taking my attention with something. But now, when I was talking to Tom earlier, now with it being an experience of being unwell and in hospitals with doctors and all of that kind of stuff, that is all classed as a terrible thing. It's been my greatest experiences. I've learned the deepest things, the deepest realizations about God. It's actually opened my up to cleaner, real eyes to really realize God now in his true form, in his transcendental form. He's not just an idol, who's just there like a stone. He's so much more than that. And we need to realize that first, because we do have devotees saying, that everything is spiritual. It kind of is in a way, but you're missing the point. People are just going outside and just seeing everything as form, because it's heavy. It's a heavy frequency, this material world. It really is a heavy frequency. So everything is form, whilst it's actually space. It's actually space. But we cannot decipher that, because that's how Krishna has made it. We need to go in deeper with the Lord, and as in go back home, go out, come out of the valley of death and go back home into the kingdom of God. And that can happen here. It is happening here, and we are going home. We are going home to feast on the Lord every day. We need to go home. We need to come out of this valley of death, meaning this material world. We've gone so far away. They call it the silver cord, don't they? When it's that silver cord you have. Our rope, our connection, we've let go of our rope, and we've got lost now in this material world. Now we just need to go back and reunite with the Lord, reconnect that relationship, make it solid, make it strong. So we are strong. We have the empowerment of the Lord, and we have that strength when we are strong enough to go back out into the material world and share the mercy. Can you imagine the things that happen? What happen on Bigo, and what the people do. They're all performing. They're all trying to raise some money. They're all trying to live their lives and trying to survive. They're all trying to get some kind of taste. And the taste that they're getting is external taste. Look at the way I look, and look at my lips, and all of that kind of stuff. It gives them some kind of taste. And it's only because you've been, oh God, my neck. It's only because you've been programmed and conditioned into just being on the external, on the superficial level of who we really are. Superficial consciousness. Well, actually, I suppose, you know what? It's not superficial, because we learn. We learn so much here. I've realized I've had to talk to my false ego and go, you know what? There's no life here, There's no life here. The only life here is to connect with and unite with God through the bona fide spiritual master, together with the spiritual family. And that's the only way. That is how we can realize more of the Lord with the spiritual family, headed by Srila Gaurahari. That's the real bona fide spiritual master, who is actually leading the way back home, so we can go home and feast on the Lord again. Excuse me. Again and again, feast upon him again, and fill up and fill up and fill up, and take that empowerment. In fact, it gets so big, it overflows, and you're just bursting. I can't sleep. I needed to do a class. I haven't done a class today. I've watched many, but it's been the whole day actually has been a class, actually. Talking and sharing and listening and hearing deeper realizations. Actually, when you let people talk, and now I'm talking about my personal assistant, you let people around you speak, Krishna hears, because his ears are open, wide open, guys. And he can hear. And you get deeper realizations in what is happening. He's telling you deeper things with everything that is going off around you. Oh my God. It's so Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I feel overwhelmed all day. I think I'm walking around in a blissed out state, because it's just, wow, is this really real? Because I've been hearing these things. I've been listening and listening and listening to Maharaj and Lalita, mainly because Maharaj has made Lalita. He awoke Bhakti in her in a very short time after 5 classes, and been listening and listening and listening and listening. And as I've been listening and going on this journey, walking this path, everything that she says has happened to me. Everything that she talks about has happened to me in a different way. My experiences are different with different people in different areas. But yes, her words are powerful. Our spiritual master's words, Srila Guru Haridas. Remember that name. In fact, I'm going to write it on here. Well, I have a message. Oh, from Doreen. Let me see what she's saying. I like you so much. May I know you? I'm going to say, absolutely. I'm doing a class at the moment. Well, sharing. It's a sharing time. Feasting time. Feast as much as you want. Absolutely. Okay. So I've got lots of messages. I'm getting to know this. It's really nice, actually. I want to write a message for, oh, here we go. I'm going to write Gora Hari for these people so they can check him out. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired of this material world and I really want to wake up. I don't want to go to bed. I want to really, really, really wake up. And Srila Gora Hari Das, and I've just written it here for you guys to check out in your own time, has done that for me. He has given me that solid foundation to be able to to be able to grow upon and grow with the Lord together. We're walking together. It's footprints. This life now is footprints. That was one of the questions. I don't know if you guys have heard this poem, Footprints. It's a beautiful poem where there are two footprints in the sand, and it's God talking to his devotee, his disciple, and they're walking. And then when the disciple is in trouble and is troubled, there's only one set of footprints, and he says to God, God, why is it that when Jesus, I think it's Jesus, isn't it? Why is it that when I'm so troubled, there's only one set of footprints? What does he say? It's because at that time I carry you. I carry you. That is the personal assistant in those times when we are feeling, when we are feeling intense energy, and it could be anything. For me, I get intense feelings in my stomach that now I don't run to my mind where it gives you this information, and those things kind of happen if you go with that perception. No, I run to Krishna. In fact, I call Krishna. I call Krishna. I call him again and again and again, and I stay with him and I cry with him and I laugh with him. He shows me other things. He takes me away from the illusion to that which is real, and that's him. He takes my mind off those things and takes me to him. It makes no time. It takes time away. It brings you into that center place where you are happy, where you are in reality again. And all of those things, because those things that happen to the body, not so much anymore. But yes, still, they can be like, if you're not centered and you're not in that place and you're not strong because you haven't been hearing from the bona fide spiritual master, you haven't been listening. Maharaj was saying it today. You got to hear for some time, hear and hear and hear. And that's why it's difficult with Karuna. He's been hearing and hearing, but has he? I've been watching him. I'm watching him. Has he? How much has he been hearing attentively? But he's still been hearing because he has been touched by that potency, because he's attracted. He's hooked, line and sinker with the potency of the Lord. He cannot leave Maharaj. He cannot do that, So anyway, we have to hear and hear and hear, so that the potency of supreme truth, that energy, that fuel, that food has infused its way and showered its way upon me, within me, around me, above, omnipotent. It's all around. So now, as we stay in union with the Lord by always coming home and having a great feast every day, having a great and filling up till your heart, yes, your heart's content, filling it up with that potency, and then going out. I was there lying in bed going, oh, I'm going to go and eat something. I'm getting hungry. And Krishna's going, no, go and do a class. Go and have some soul food. Go have some soul food. The mind's going, go and get some food. Go and take your mind off it. Krishna's, get on there and do a class and have some soul food. Let me see if people are replying. Because yesterday, people were replying and I couldn't see. And we're all right. Hare Krishna. Okay. Bigo's got another look now. I don't really know what's going on. It's all new to me and I'm learning as I go. It's much more enjoyable like that. So yes, we have to come and feast every day, because we have to come and fill up every day, share the mercy, fill up every day. We're receiving every day, so we're giving every day. We're receiving, we're giving every day. It's a really great path. It's a really great process, where we are cleaned out of all of those things that stop us. That's all they do, they just stop us seeing God everywhere, feeling God everywhere, tasting God well, smelling his aroma everywhere. That's what they do. And the more we clear them out the way, and it could be anything, it could be attachments to food, to people, any kind of blocks you have, whatever you focus your attention on. And there are trillions of things. There's a whole variety of things in this material world, this lower level of consciousness, this kind of heavy dragging level of frequency. It's a kind of a frequency that's kind of dragging. It's really heavy. This is what they talk about anyway in the science, in science, in science, in quantum physics and things like that. And it is. And why did I say that? I've gone off. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Rama, Rama. So yes, we must always come back home and feast on the Lord. Because if we stay out there, we're going to lose all our energy. We're going to forget our Father out in the kingdom of heaven. Is that how you say it? I don't know. In the kingdom of God, sorry, not heaven. And we're just going to forget, and everything's going to get covered, and we're just going to be in illusion. We're just going to be again. Like in the mother's womb. We are going to be smacked and hit and in darkness and in all of this dirt and gunge, and we're going to be bitten and kicked. Yes, inside the mother's womb. Being in this illusion is like being back in the mother's womb again, And the thing is, when we're in the mother's womb, we get through it. Can you imagine the little baby, in that fetal position and in that darkness with all of those horrible things going off? You can only get through it in one way, which is how we get through everything. And that is he's constantly in communion with God. And when you're constantly in communion with God, what's ever going on with the body, what's ever going on in the illusion, it's gone. It's not there. It's not painful. It's just take your attention and focus is with God, is with reality and not the illusion. And all of that stuff isn't there. And you get through. Here, being back in the mother's womb, in illusion, in darkness, where we are kicked and hit and slapped, and we're crushed. We're crushed as well. We just need to start. We need to find the bona fide spiritual master who can connect us, unite us with the Lord, so we can have that union with the Lord, and we can begin our relationship with the Lord again. This is a gradual process, and it happens gradually in your own time, whenever you can, in your own pace, as much as you want, and it can get intense. Take a break, come back, and start again where you left off. You never lose anything, but take a break. And the thing about it is, being at the hospital, the stuff that was going off and the feelings that were happening in the body, I was calling Krishna, not the doctors and nurses, only when I had to, but calling Krishna. And they were changing. My tight hold on those different feelings was breaking. It was going like that. Quite a few, actually. And I was actually seeing nurses that I've known for 25 years in a different way. They were different. I saw what they were doing. They were doing the same thing, but they was just loving what they were doing. I felt loving what they were doing. It was really nice to go back, allow them to take care of me, and to have a break, to have that space to just allow Krishna to come when I called him, when I was in trouble, because I was in trouble. I was in trouble because I was falling into the fear of what was happening to the body. But Krishna, called Krishna, and he took me out of that illusion again and again and again. It was great practice. It was like the same but different. It was like being Draupadi. Again and again and again and again, it was happening to me again and again. So I called him again and again and again, so I could really get strong in my calling Krishna, in my calling him. And he does come when you call him. He does come when you're in trouble. He's there to save you. Just call out his name and he will be there. Andromeda is saying, at any time I feel a heaviness or tightness or discomfort or pain, they're all the things I was feeling. Just speaking the holy names rattles it away. Yes, you say the word so beautifully. Yes, that's exactly what was happening. And so I would really know it. And there's no room for doubt, no room for doubt at all that God is here. God is omnipotent and everywhere, because he's here within and without, everywhere. So he is, everything is spiritual, but it needs to awaken inside first, where one has that spiritual relationship with the Lord, a really solid relationship, and they're sure and there's no room for doubt. It can't come in. The practices of what was happening at the hospital, and what Andromeda is saying is exactly what was happening. Has made it just more truth, more solid, more realization, more strength, more stability, more just empowerment, more just coming away from the illusion. The holy names are like a healing turning fork, absolutely, because they turn the tables. You might be falling into the illusion, which is, this is hurting, I'm dying. Call the Lord, he turns the tables, because it's him that's just gone out the way, and it's the Lord and being in that potency. And this is what is happening. Yeah, absolutely. I remember the tuning fork. Bing. And it goes zzz. Or you get the one that goes like that. It's amazing. You come back to center. It's what an amazing experience. So I could have gone into the hospital and stayed on the superficial level of the experience of that consciousness, where you're just learning about the physical body, and it's all, that is it. There's not a deeper learning. My lesson was to realize, call Krishna. These people, like Draupadi's husband, could not help her. She called Krishna. Those people, those doctors, they were just giving me because I keep hearing their bullshit. They just make things up. You say things to them. I give them so many tests without realizing. They just make up. They just come up with a theory just to pacify you and I'm like that. Again and again, they can't help me. They couldn't help me in that way. Even now, my blood pressure tablets that I'm taking, they've changed them because they weren't working. Krishna is messing with them. He's messing with my blood pressure. Sometimes it's up, it's all over the place. He's saying to me, because when it's up or down, something inside you kind of goes. It's like with Maharaj talking about the Bitcoin. When it's up, you're like, oh, and when it's down, you're like, oh. So I'm like that a little bit with my blood pressure, but it's been all over the place. Transcend, stay with me, transcend it. Otherwise you'll be in that duality, the illusion, and you'll be up and down, up and down. I'm like that. I was watching myself taking my blood pressure in the evening, and that is going as well now. That is going as well. It's really lifted, absolutely lifted. Andromeda is saying, your realizations about the hospital are like watching a 3D movie dozens of times, but then finally seeing it with the actual glasses. I took a picture from the tuning fork of my forehead like a tilak of your head. That's brilliant. No wonder. So there's loads of energy coming out today. I know I'm speaking quite fast, but it's all inspired. It's all inspired, empowered by Krishna. The personal assistant. The invisible man. And in invisible, transcendental man, it has to be like that, invisible. Because everybody's looking at everything and touching everything with their hands and picking it up and smelling this and smelling all of these things, and meaning using their bodily senses to actually decipher things. That is so dangerous, because it's superficial level of who we are. This body, remember guys, is going to die. This body is a consciousness that houses the soul, and it's going to die. It's going to be let go of at some point. And if we don't have a relationship with the Lord given to us, built for us by the bona fide spiritual master, we'll be back here again to do the same thing. It's just a vicious cycle. It's and I'm not going to go into that. I was going to go into the consciousness of it, but I'm not going to do that. Just baby steps. We have babies. We have advanced devotees, and we have baby devotees here. So kind of do both. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama Hare. There's been such an explosion recently in our Sangha, in our group. What do you say in I don't know what it's called. Anyway, group. I'm just calling it a group. So many changes. We have moved so closer to Krishna, all of us collectively together. Look at how Maharaj, how empowered he is, much, much more than before. And I realized today when Maharaj was shouting, authoritatively shouting, whoosh out there. Now I know why I like to shout. Now I can shout. I can shout and we're and show people and tell people and take people where the kingdom of God is, where safety is, where shelter is, where protection is, where rest is, where warmth is, where comfort is, where we can really, really rest, truly rest and let go and realize with real eyes, God himself has always been here, always has and always will be here. He has always been. It's only us that have run away into this place of temptation, and our eyes and our everything has been covered. Whatever we have to connect with the Lord has been covered so much so we are buried deep down. It's no wonder they bury people when they die. They're buried when they're alive. They're buried under the illusion when they're alive or still. My God, Hare Krishna. All we have to do, and it is quite simple, is to keep coming home, feasting on the Lord. Eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up, eat up. Taste the Lord, feel the Lord, smell the Lord. This is a gradual process. I know I'm saying these words, but it gradually happens in your own time as you come and hear, as you come and inquire and ask questions, and how you are, and as you're purified, meaning growing up, how you are actually by God himself, by feasting upon him, his words which are absolute truth, which is him. You are being purified by those words, because he's the doer. Because we haven't been able to do it. I have been trying to let go of this stuff since my 20s. This kind of stuff, I've been into this kind of stuff. Krishna's doing it for me now. I've had the desire. I've tried to fulfill my own desires. It's not worked. With the hand of the Lord, from Srila Guru Haridas, that his hand is actually fulfilling those desires. He is actually working on those desires. He gives us the enthusiasm, the inspiration, the empowerment, the energy, the gifts to be able to do the things that we do, to share where he is, to show where he is, to take you where he is. Andromeda is saying, when Karuna asked you to mute your mic, did something else happen? Sorry to bring it up. Just would like Clara. Do you know what? I have no idea why he said that, except he was trying to wind me up. He was trying to get me to go, Karuna, just shut up. What you doing? Just go away. No, I wasn't going to get into that with him. That's the only thing I could think of. I have no idea, because I was just doing what I always do, unless my loud laugh, because it can be really, really loud, was really affecting his false ego, because he's not the only one. There's another devotee in the Sangha who said to me, loves Lalita's laugh, but doesn't like my ecstasy, doesn't like my laugh. But anyway, that's okay. They're allowed to do that. I was quite hurt by it, actually, but it's okay. It's okay. I think they just don't like me. That's what it is. But anyway, Karuna said to Govinda, get off the camera, Govinda. And that's when I knew, when he said it to me, Andromeda, that's when I knew he's pissing about. You know, he's getting purified. His false ego is coming up, and his false ego is nah, 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 nah. His false ego is doing that, because I didn't even speak to him. Except I only said what I said in class with him. But when he said to me when he was saying things to Govinda, get off the camera, because Govinda, was doing, I don't know why he said that either. And he said, then he started on a Lalita, didn't he? I ignored him. Govinda ignored him, and but Lalita didn't ignore him. And that's what actually confirms Karuna's false ego. I've got control. I've got control over the bona fide spiritual master. I'm dictating this advanced devotee. It's the false ego. Me, I. And I've seen this firsthand so well. I see Karuna's other side as well, Andromeda, and I know what that is as well. But he doesn't bring it up as much as he can do. It's this false ego side that's got its hooks in him. It's like he's got I got all excited. I love him. I love that boy. He's in fact, I fell in love with him. I didn't love him when I first married him. I married him to serve God. And that is why Indian people actually have arranged marriages, so they can serve God, but they don't, do they? My auntie did, and she's the lady that's inspired me as well, because she married and she's still serving God in her way, in her mode of goodness way, with her husband. That is what inspired me, and I wanted to do that with Karuna. And so there's all sides of Karuna. Karuna has many different personalities, and I think we all do, actually. But he needs to bring them all together in a way. But he was jealous. He was always jealous of me. He's jealous of Govinda. He's a really amazing, beautiful, wonderful, talented guy, that really does want Krishna. And there's something happening that he cannot deal with that causes this to happen. And Maharaj kicked me off. He didn't deal with my bullshit. He kicked me off. I was not allowed to come in class. I was so hurt, because I was like, Karuna does this stuff all the time. But Maharaj is doing what he's doing with him in a soft and gentle way. I can take it. I took it. I'm back here. I was so upset that I couldn't have my relationship with Maharaj, because I needed to go through my purification and get away from that shit. Because you know what this stuff does? It hooks other people. Our illusions hook other people. And sometimes you can get on them. And then you realize, you think, oh my God, I've just been hooked onto this person's illusion. And this is what's been happening. So, bearing in mind with Karuna, All he needs to do is listen. I've heard his whole story from a young age. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in all of it, you know. But anyway, he's in the best place. That's all, you know. He's really in the best place, and he's a greedy little boy. But he's just got some personalities, you know, which are his false ego, you know, that dictate him. Um, what you're telling me? He's always been like this. He wants Maharaj to himself. He doesn't want any other divine. I know it because I was getting jealous with Maria, not Maria, but their relationship. Maharaj's relationship with her was like, you know. But I never wanted other people not to have a relationship with him because that's what it's all about. Karuna doesn't want any of us to have a relationship with him. That's his false ego. His real self is like, yeah, okay. It doesn't actually really speak about it. But his false ego doesn't want us to have a relationship. He's my guru and it's my relationship, and he doesn't want anybody to be in that relationship. And the thing about it is, he's right. We can all have our ultimate relationship with our real guru within our personal relationship with Lord Caitanya, with Radha and Krishna inside. We can have that. We don't need to have an external relationship with our guru, because as we advanced, it's on a higher level. It's in spirit and truth. It's not external. You know, I want everybody to know that I am best friends with Maharaj. I felt like that. I want to be best friends with Maharaj. He's my Maharaj. But we all have that claim. We all claim Maharaj in that way. And it shows our love and devotion for him. And Krunas needs to have Krishna. He needs Krishna to turn the tables, you know, turn the tables, and so he can reveal his real self. Because I tell you what, when his real self comes out, very attractive, very attractive. So so that's what happened. I saw Kruna's pattern. He was already trying to wind Govinda up, and then, you know, I've just been ignoring him already. Krishna has got me to ignore him. I've been jumping to his tune, you know, a lot of the time as well. And I don't mind that. I don't mind that. And yeah. So there you go. Our babies need space to play around and explore a little. Some babies do, brother. Some babies need space. Okay. Yeah. But some advanced devotees, they just want Krishna. They don't need to play around. And I'm going to use myself as that example, because my false ego, I don't know if it's my false ego actually, but something is saying to me all the time, you're going to die now. You're going to die now. All the time, you're going to die now. You're going to die now. Don't do that, because you're going to die now. Don't do that. So I have this voice. I say, what is it? It's just there. It's just there. Just actually, it's just like a projection inside of me, you know. And I'm thinking, oh, it's like being Maharaj Priksit, you know, who's going to die in 7 days, but I don't know when I'm going to die, really. And it doesn't seem, yeah. Whilst it happens all the time, I ignore it, because I'm just staying with Krishna all the time, calling that voice. That projection comes Krishna, and it comes a lot. Krishna. I was like, it's actually like that, you know. I don't know, but it feels like, you know, with all the bodily things that happen, and because of our consciousness and how we have been taught on the body and what happens, and you know, Krishna's my kidneys. Krishna's holding me up. He's holding everything that I need up, and other things that are going, like maybe your eyesight and your teeth and all of those things that happen as we get older, you know, they're not an issue. They used to be an issue, and they're not an issue. And I know a devotee very well who cannot deal with changes in his body, because he's so external and he's not with Krishna. He's so here in the bodily consciousness, in the mind, that, you know, oh my God, I can't deal with this. But, you know, as we keep hearing, as we keep feasting, you know, as the mercy of the Lord is rained upon us every single day, we are strengthened, and we come away from that material thinking. We come away from that material conditioning. It is broken. It is extinguished. It is burnt. However it happens, we are taken away. Our focus is taken away from those illusions, because they're not real. You know, I've been having this pain in my in the back of my leg at the top, but it's not like a pain. It's a change in vibration. It's a vibration I've never felt before, and now my mind goes to, it's Krishna playing with me. What's he doing now? Before, the false ego was like, something bad is gonna happen. You're gonna die, and you're gonna have to. This is gonna happen, and all a whole road of things to make, you know, to go into the future. You know, go with that, take you way into the future. When you stay with Krishna, you just stay in that place, and then it's gone. You keep going with the false ego, and you're going into the future. That is what is going to happen. That is truly, truly what is going to happen. And yeah, Krishna's mind is so, it gives you that distance to see everything clearer, you know, and to really realize that which you've been trying to realize already, but you couldn't, because your eyes were dirty. You didn't have real eyes. You know, they weren't stable. You know, and I know I'm talking about this process. And are you guys saying anything? But as you listen, you know, I came on and this woman was like, oh my God, you're so cute. You're so funny. And I didn't even say anything, really. So the potency is out there. It's coming off me. Even, you know, a lifetime probably of ununion, if that's ever a word, with my sister and my brother. My sister mainly. My brother's not such of an issue for me. Not being able to really have a relationship with her. And I left it to the Lord. I can't deal with this. You know, if we're ever gonna, you know, unite, you know, in any kind of way, he will sort it out. And it happened. It's just the start, but it happened. You know, she has a lot of love, actually, my sister. She's a very pious lady, just like our parents. And he's done it for me. He's taken away whatever bullshit, what's the right word? Attachments I had to what happened in the past, holding on to that attachments, you know, not letting them go, you know, and freeing up myself, freeing up my energy, freeing up my focus to bring more room for God. He's done it for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do anything. He's helped me do everything. It's his power, it's his strength, it's him when he's there as a I was going to say as a human. Sorry, something just came into me. Loads of things are coming into me, actually. Excuse me. I think we'll read. Oh God, I've been on an hour. I will read just a little. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. I didn't put the mask on, you know, so aren't there things happening on Facebook that you didn't even do that? You didn't even touch that. You didn't, and they're just changing. Oh, anyway, I'm not even going to go into that. I will read. It is, what time is it? Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I've got to go and eat something. I love it. Oh, doesn't want to show you, does it? I hope I don't do it again. There you go. I love this picture of Lord Caitanya. I don't know where it's come from. I think it's just come from another devotee on Facebook. But wow, this picture is just like having gold because it's just so bright. So bright. So I'm going to read. this down a bit. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Radha Rasudhanidhi, I'm going to read from there. Let me see if you... Oh, yes, you are. But did it affect you? You know what? I didn't even... Let's see. But it didn't. But it didn't affect me because I didn't do what he said. I didn't get into it with him. Like, engage into... What are you talking about, Karuna? Why are you telling Govinda to come off camera? Who gives you the right to do that? No, I didn't do anything because I'm learning, I don't really want to disturb Maharaj's class, and I have done that. And no, it didn't affect me. And Krishna gave me the space to go, don't do it. Don't do it. He was just being greedy for guru. You know what? He's being greedy for guru. But it's envy. Because when you envy, you want it and you don't want other people to want it. And that's what he does, Andromeda. And that's his false ego. And if you look at one of his personalities, it is a child one, that wants, children. They're pretty selfish. They're pretty irresponsible. They're pretty rude, and they can be mean. Sorry, they can be rude. They can be mean. They can be horrible. They can be nasty. They can say things, and they can be really kind, and they can be really nice. So he still kind of has that, and he needs to let go of that because that kind of stuff is, whilst it can bring, there's another devotee actually in the Sangha who has it. As well, but they both need Krishna, deeper Krishna, the shelter of Maharaj. They need the shelter of Krishna through Maharaj, so they come home to feast, and their own individual relationship with the Lord will grow. So you can call him whenever you need him. You just call out his name and he will be there. And this is what is happening in our Sangha with each and every one of us. We are growing our own relationship now, where we have our own inner personal assistant who is always there when we need him and will always tell you the truth. Will always be is truth. Is absolute truth. And I've lived with him, Andromeda. It's not just that, because I've heard him, and it's not just that. I've been with the false ego, and it's not just that. And I'm not going to lie about it anymore, because you know what? The biggest thing that Maharaj did with me is to move away from me. He moved away from me, and that was the hardest thing I'd ever had to face in this last, since I've known Maharaj. Not having that relationship, and even though my relationship with Maharaj is more so now on spirit and truth in spirit. Where things happen on a higher consciousness without me and my involvement. I had a block with him, an inner block with him, and it was the most awful thing. Maharaj is blocking him and on this and on that and on this and on that. And you know what? This is just coming to me. I was like that. And I know it's because I haven't been a mother. And I can't remember being a mother. Because sometimes, love turns into, especially motherly love, can turn into sentiment. And there's no compassion when truth is needed because of sentiment. And Maharaj didn't show me any sentiment. He was completely truthful every step of the way. And I tell you what, I grew up. It changed me. It transformed me. Him being truthful, even though my false ego hated it. My false ego, my inner self was there, really sad, and it extinguished more of my false ego than ever before. And ever before. Okay, he knows he was being greedy. You know what? Well, you know what? See the whole of it, Andromeda. Don't just see one side of it, see the whole of what's happening. And then, yeah, because there's that as well. I see it. It was me that used to say to Maharaj would call me and go, what's going off with Karuna? And I was going, Maharaj, you know what? Whatever he does, Maharaj, he loves you so much. He loves you, Maharaj. And Maharaj was going, all right, then. I'm going to block him, Yamuna. I'm going to block him out. I guess Maharaj, he really loves you. I mean, I didn't say don't block him, but he really loves you. Maharaj, like, okay, I'm not going to block him. He does love Maharaj, but some of it is sentiment and a lot of it is external. And, but it doesn't have to be, because he has the desire, and he has been listening he has been touched by the mercy. And I know that through my own experience. I know I was glorifying Maharaj the first year I met him like this, not far from, like, maybe not as deep as this. Now it is experienced glorification because of everything that's been happening, and what he has been saying has been revealed, manifesting in myself, manifesting in Lalita, manifesting in Johan, manifesting in I didn't want to use his name because he's blocked me. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Manifesting in Govinda and other devotees in the Sangha, manifesting in Amy and you, Andromeda. I see it in you. I feel it in you, in Tarun, in Tom. I feel it now because my obstacles have been taken out the way. Karuna has some obstacles, and I wish him the best, and I so want him, those obstacles, to be moved out the way. But you know what? Like Tom's always been talking about recently, there's the right time and the right place. It will happen at that time when we are ready, when he's ready, when he's had enough, at the right time, when maybe he's purified us devotees enough, because the purification that he gives us, he does purify us. It is nothing. It is nothing. It is nothing compared. And I am comparing. It is nothing to compare to how Maharaj has purified me. So big. It's been huge. Oh my God. It's been to those little traumas, that little things that Karuna does. Maharaj is just big things. You need to get it out. Get that shit out really fast. Yeah, Karuna purified me a lot. It was very intense here, extremely intense. Yeah, be greedy, but want that greed for others as well. He was just trying to focus on Guru, but he was triggered. No, he wasn't triggered. His false ego was triggered. Now get it right, Andromeda. His false ego was triggered. It was his false ego because nobody triggered him, because nobody was speaking to him. Nobody was speaking to him. I was on there. He was just writing things. All of a sudden, he just wrote. I had my eyes closed and I opened them and I looked at, and I saw what he wrote. He said to Govinda to get off camera. Why is that? Why is that? He's just trying to focus. Why is he telling Govinda to get off the camera? Why doesn't he just close his eyes? If he can't focus, why doesn't he why is he telling me to stop, turn my mic off? Because he doesn't like my chanting. He hated it here. I don't like your chanting. He couldn't listen to my chanting. He wouldn't listen to my chanting. So that was disturbing him. So no, he closed your eyes. You turn your mic off and just chant. Why doesn't he help himself? Because he doesn't know how to help himself. Why does he do that? Nobody triggered it. His false ego was triggered by himself. It was triggered by, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Govinda's just doing what he's doing. Lalita's just doing what he's doing. Why does Maharaj's constant shouting not trigger him? Because he's got this thing for Maharaj. It's like they're two peas in a pod. They have similar traits, and I see that. But no, Andromeda, I'm not going with that at all. Stickness. I don't know what you mean by that, but not that, because none of us did anything. You know, somebody texts me and says that they didn't like my chanting. They didn't like my chanting. But they like Lolita's chanting. They don't like me. You know, this is somebody in the Sangha. You know, I have been told, you know, after all the things that Karuna has been doing, you know, there's some devotees in our Sangha that want to kick me out. Well, you know what? You lot can just F off because I ain't going anywhere. This is my home and I'm not going anywhere. You know, now this is the crunch now. You know, let's be real. You know, we've been pretending. It's been let's be pretending. Let's pretend. Everybody's pretending out there. The only real place is here. This is the only sanctuary that we have got, that is our actual life force. And you know, Karuna is spoiling that, you know, just because his false ego will not leave him alone. And yes, I know he's got a lot of things, and I know he's got all of these things. You know what? But he can't show us anything really. So no, again, we did nothing. Ask Govinda, what did you do for Karuna to say, get off camera? What did you do? What did I do for him to say, turn off your mic? What did Lalita do? What did he say to Lalita? I forgot. What did he say to her? I can't remember. I think she was standing up for Maharaj. Let me go up a bit. Back to say we can focus on what I want, or we can focus on what we want. Well, yeah, because the false ego, absolutely, Tom. The false ego is what I want. The real self is what we all want. Who was that guy that Maharaj? Excuse me. Who was that guy that Maharaj said? Lord Caitanya asked them, "What do you want?" I just want to liberate them, deliver the whole world for everybody. What I want, just what I want. And that is the false ego. And this is what we have with people like Carl Schwab's and all of those people. I think that's the first time I've ever said his name out aloud. Well, all of Bill Gates, well, all of these individual selves, they have I'm not going to go into that actually. So yeah. Ice cream cone. I don't know why you put that. Is it because it's getting hot? It's an ice cream. Cool down. Andromeda is saying, even if you die, there is no future for the body. Yeah. Even if I die, there's no future for the body. Well, I need it, you know, to whilst I'm here, you know, because of my conditioning, and it's different to others. Always being, you know, having a body that's compromised, and being told that's compromised, chronic. In fact, I have that conditioning. Sometimes I focus on the body, but actually now it's different. Now it's different. It's doing it for Krishna. It's doing everything for Krishna. I'm telling the truth for Krishna. I'm not. Actually, that's what happened with my sister. I'm going to give it up for Krishna. It's a sacrifice because I want to stay with my bullshit and have this kind of little thing with my sister. No, I'm doing it for Krishna. I'm going to let it go. The past thing, these things that happened in the past, I'm going to let it go. Once I let it go, I know they will. They will as well. And it's come at the right time. It's come at the right time because I would always hanker to them. I saw my sister and brother as my parents, really, because they spoke English. My parents didn't, and things like that. So, but I had a real attachment to them. Back to Tom, we have two eggs, two people in a cup, and I can't read the other stuff. You have to explain that one to me, because you probably put it when I was talking about something. So die while in the body to the spirit, then boom, life even more in bliss. This is actually what's happening to Rune. You know, that's actually what's happening, because the false ego is dying. It's just dying. And, you know, and the spirit is living. It's really living. What was I I'll give you an example of what I mean in a way. My false ego, my massa, she's been going on about my liver because she knows that my kidneys don't work, and she's done all of these studies, and she's always going on that my liver, my liver, my liver, my liver, and my liver's all right, you know. And I was thinking about it. My liver's really alive now with the spirit. It's really alive because it's infused by the potency of spirit now, and those kind of things. And the body is dying to the body is the illusion. So the body is dying, and it's just spirit. It's more so just spirit. And yes, boom, you know, feeling overwhelmed all the time is like walking around in bliss. You're like blissed. Oh my God, I'll see Krishna's face. I'll just, something will happen or something will come in my mind, and I'll look at something. Krishna will just go, look over there. And he's there's a face there, his face, and it's a really funny face. This kind of stuff. So yes, Tarun, I get that. Chanting, hearing does everything. Chanting, hearing does everything. Simple. Do you know what? It's yes. It's a gradual process. It's gradual process, and it's individually time. It's individual for everyone. It gradually happens differently for everyone in their own time, with their own relationship with guru, with their guru, external guru, and their guru within. And it happens like that. And we just carry on and carry on and carry on. Oh my, even my mother, we were talking about Draupadi and Krishna's shelter yesterday, and even she is so excited about talking about things. It's so nice. Everyone talk about God. Tarun is saying, two sides to every coin, something shifts, and it's from hearing Srila Gaura Haridas, Lalita Ganga, and River Yamuna. Do you know what shifts? It's shifting in us. You know, it's shifted so much in Lalita. Okay, I'm gonna mute you there, but hello. I can't. Happy, your name is Happy. Happy. Who's that son? What's that song? Happy. Are you really happy? I'm fine. You're fine. Okay, so I'm just doing a welcome. I'm just doing a class here, so you can listen. You can listen if you want to. You from India? That's very good. I'm from the United Kingdom. You're good. Thank you. Okay, so we have. Do you know what? Thank you, but I've just told you I'm doing. Oh, actually, do you know how to speak English? I love you. Thank you. You do. That's really nice. I can't. So yeah, I can't mute you. Why can't I mute you? You are married? Yes, I'm married to God. Why won't you do it? Okay. So you just stay there and you be quiet. Otherwise, I'm going to take you off. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Happy. Okay, so I'm just reading these comments. Okay. So from back to Tom, sometimes our enthusiasm is a little too much. When it's Krishna's, it's never too much. That's not a big problem, though. When it's Krishna's, it is a bit too much. And I know sometimes, yes, and we need to kind of come back to center and, come back to center and be, you know, but I'm not a statue, you know. Sometimes it may look like too much enthusiasm, passionate. No, transcendental passion, because this is all for Krishna. I can only speak like this because of Krishna. I wouldn't do it otherwise. I wouldn't be able to do it. I really, really wouldn't. So, you know, there's never too much of Krishna, whatever it may be. We get what we deserve. We get what we get. We get what's given to us, what we receive. We get what we can receive. We don't get any more than that. He's not going to give us that which we do not we cannot receive. We cannot understand. We cannot bring it into us because we're not ready, Tom. Like you say, it's not the right time. You know, so it's not really gonna help in that. In you know. We can't just force it in. Not really. Maharaj's authoritative sharing, loud sharing. People need to be judged. What was that? It's Maharaj burning your attachments. Oh, that's okay then. That's okay then. So Srila, from my point of view, helps me to prioritize. Krishna's going to start doing it for you, Tom, because our false ego is still there and it still has some desires, and they are a priority. The false ego will Krishna will start to do that. Will prioritize. He is our priority. And he is everywhere. And I don't see him everywhere, but I see him in so many places, more than before, so much, because I know I'm back in the, I'm in the illusion again, but yes, he does it for us. We don't have to be doing it ourselves. And that is the surrender. How much are we going to surrender and allow Krishna to do those things that we haven't been able to do? And I've been asking myself, why can't I give up these attachments of my relationship, my past relationship with my sister? I love her. I like my sister. She's a bit of a prude. Sorry, I take that back. But I like her, and I'd really like to be friends with her. I don't know if that will happen. They have they worship Jesus. Well, they're Christians. Sikh Christians. They call themselves Sikh Christians, whatever that means. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh yes, Tom, I'll send you that song. Andromeda is smiling. Srila Guru Haridas, really similar tastes. What they really similar traits. What they. I didn't get that actually, Maharaj. Sorry. Hare Krishna to you. Really similar traits. What they. I don't know what it is. I don't even know when you, because I haven't been reading the comments. Andromeda is saying, no one did anything intentionally to trigger him. Yeah, but it was his false ego that was triggered. Everybody was just being who they are, and he was triggered. And I'm not saying it was actually win-win. We're just doing what we're doing, and his false ego is getting triggered, and his false ego is what's the word? Is spitting. Is spitting. So it's win-win. We're carrying on, and we're winning with receiving the mercy and sharing the mercy, and feeling the Lord within, being extremely pleased with us. And and Karuna's getting purified. So yeah, win-win. So it's an all-rounder for everyone. The great sport rounders. Okay, so I know you know. Andromeda is saying the bondage to the world and material body is transcended with the eternal relationship with the Lord. Absolutely. And and this is, we are able to do this more and more and more and more and more, and show who we are by being sheltered by our Guru Srila Gaura Haridas from the outside, and our Guru that's been growing by hearing absolute truth from Maharaj, and hearing, and the real Guru, the Lord within. No, I get told off for using the Lord. You shouldn't use the Lord. It's material. I can't help it. It's written all over the scriptures. I shouldn't do that. But yes, yeah, that's what happens. Absolutely. Tarun is saying, give me your enthusiasm. I can't have enough. Do you know what, Tarun? I've felt you change. I've seen you change. The way you've changed, the things you say have changed. and how you say them, and your connection with Maharaj is different. It's stronger. It's and same with Tom actually. It's so nice, and you can see the two-way relationship. Beautiful. So that enthusiasm. Yeah. Oh yeah. You have it already. You have it already. You're getting more and more and more. Gradually in your own time. Bhakta is saying, Srila, from my point of view, helps me prioritize. Prioritize. I don't think I'm saying it right. And makes me aware of my priority settings and my projections. Okay. The aim of the game. Yeah, yes, Tom. The aim of the game is to just return home to the kingdom of God, which means coming to class, and just laying back, closing your eyes, and just allowing your ears to eat and eat and eat, and just allowing the projections of absolute truth be projected on the heart again and again and again. Just lay back. That is the real Golden Globe. That is the real Super Bowl. That is the real ultimate of everything, is to just allow the Lord to project our priority upon us. I know what you're saying, but we don't do it ourselves. We're surrendering to the Lord. He is doing it. He does the best job. He does it really, really, really well. I hear what you're saying. It's like you're helping, it's like you're like one of the little people, one of his devotees from Vrindavan, trying to hold up Govardhan Hill when Krishna's just there like that at 7 years old, going, yeah, and they're like, Krishna will help you as well, hold it up. They can't really do anything. Krishna's just can do anything. Holding up a mountain, a mountain that's 9 miles all the way around, a 7-year-old little boy. That's just showing the Krishna, the power of Krishna, the magnanimity of Krishna, how huge he is. Every single one of us can get under that shelter in our individual relationship with Krishna. And it's happening here while Srila Gaura Haridas is just giving out absolute truth, just sharing it out, a few slaps here and there, which we need. I know I need it, and I know that, and can take it. Tom is saying surrendering, and I tell you what, that's the way. And the surrender just happens as we keep staying here. I've been on for ages, haven't I? As we keep staying here, and I haven't even read. As we keep hearing and seeing and inquiring and sharing and speaking and asking questions, as we receive the questions, we are changing, we are surrendering, we are letting go. The bona fide spiritual master is extinguishing our attachments to this world. It's all been done for us. All those things that we haven't been able to do. And if we do, yes, I will follow you, Muhammad. Salam alaikum to you and welcome. What was I saying? I forgot. Yes, the Lord is helping us surrender to him. Tom, that you're surrendered more than before. I can feel that Andromeda is and Trarun is. I know I am. Wow. To live a life in this Sangha, we have struck gold. Every time we return home, we have struck gold again and again and again, because surrendering to the Lord, taking all of that heaviness of that conditioning and that programming, and because we have been hearing the same things again and again. It's been repetitive. The things that are conditioners are repetitive again and again and again and again. That is why we hear the ultimate conditioning, the ultimate programming, the ultimate narrative, which is Krishna, absolute truth. We hear it again and again and again and again and again and again. See, even my stomach's agreed with me. I went, yeah. Just moo like a cat. I swear. Okay. Hello there, Mohammed. So I'm gonna go now because I've been on for an hour and a half. But this is so much of a joy. I have been listening to Maharaj's words, and when he's been talking about this is so much fun. This is so great. Oh my God, I've been going. What's he talking about? What's he talking? I didn't say it that I want it as well. I just want to know what he's talking about, and now I know to some degree what he's talking about. I'm just going to go back, and I am excited, but transcendentally excited. I'm just going to go back to what Maharaj said. Great comments. Because I don't know. I feel, oh, I should know what Maharaj says, but no. I forget to press. I can't find him now. Anyway, back to song. He lifts me up. He lifts me up. Yeah, that's lifted by the Lighthouse family. Absolutely, he's always lifting us up, even when we don't realize it. Even when the false ego is there, and we may be focused on the false ego to a degree. We're still hearing. The words of absolute truth are so powerful that they're still going in, and it's always worth it. It's worth karuna staying all the time. And the brilliant thing is, it's a great pastime. It's a great pastime, with what is happening, and with karuna and how he's being, and how he is, and it's going to reveal itself and show itself like they all do. They all come through. Hello there. We have. You're a number. You're a number. Hello, welcome. So yes, it will come true, because all the pastimes, they're full of Krishna, they're full of God, and they will reveal themselves, because these stories need to play out. We need to see them ourselves so we can realize God within us as well. We can truly realize them. You guys can see it. You can see it. I can see it within us as we stay together in the family, as we stay together. We are like parents, watching our children grow up, but you guys are our brothers and sisters, watching each grow up, but this time walking with God, walking in that space, and being in that place all the time, walking with God. And thank you back to Tom. Thank you so much. Thank you, my brother. Thank you to Tarun Krishna Das. Thank you to you. To Andromeda Palazolo. Palazolo. I don't know. You have to say it to me so I really know the pronunciation. Maharaj actually said really similar traits. What they? I don't know what I was talking about when Maharaj said that. So, please forgive me, Maharaj. And we have great devotees, absolutely brilliant. I think I've got you all. Thank you very much. I've had a really great time. I'm going to go and eat some food now as well. Thank you very much. All glories to Srila Gaurahari. That's the bona fide spiritual master, the spiritual guide, the spiritual instructor, the spiritual shower, the spiritual true transcendental, what's I going to say, just everything. Glories to Srila Gaurahari Das for keeping this going, never leaving, allowing the space to be there where you have constantly given out the mercy so we can jump on board. We're jumping onto that path that Maharaj has been walking with the Lord, and we have jumped onto that, and we are staying, because we know that the grass is greener here. We don't need to go on any other side. It is always greener here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. This is River Yamuna Devi Dasi from HK headquarters in Nottingham, United Kingdom, signing out. Thank you very much. Jai Srila Gaurahari Das. Bye bye.